Hello friends, now we are into implementing our OBAT system using the design which we discussed in previous sessions. So the first thing we will be implementing is the user interface. So we have many user interfaces. Let us see how we will implement them. So the first functionality is create account. So this is the mock-up screen, and based on this we will be creating this screen for in the system. Like I use Eclipse to build the application. So my Eclipse platform is set up, and I have actually created uh, bank 3 application, and there I will be creating the user interfaces. So the first one is the create account. So I have created, I since I will be writing scripts like client side scripts as well as the server side scripts. So I will be and I will be using the Java platform. So scripting I will be doing in JSP file. So JSP files like the create.jsp, I will be creating the user interface as well as I will be writing the scripts. So here is my uh, first user interface to create account in the system. So if we go back, we see here we need to have the main menu like for account balance, bill pay, service request, create account, close account, right? So based on this, uh, I, I will be creating the main menu, and then for create account functionality I have username, password, retype password, phone number, address and category, and at the bottom I have submit and clear buttons, right? So I will be creating all of them in my system. So navigation, for navigation I have created this main menu. So in the source HTML source, you can see I have created this this area for for the main menu, and I have embedded the HTML files, the JSP files to for navigation. So I have this create.jsp, which will be used for new account creation. Then I have this balance one.jsp, which will be used for checking balance by a user, the account balance. And then for service request, I have this checkbook.jsp file. And for bill payments, I have paybills one.jsp file. So and then for closing account, I have close ac1.jsp. So I have these navigation buttons, and they are simple to write. You can see in the source code, or you can use a design tool, uh, maybe from Microsoft or from any other vendor. There are lots of them to create user interface. The only thing to remember is that you should also be writing scripts on the HTML files. So the extension should be something like .jsp, or if it is a Microsoft platform, then .asp files. And then of course the scripts which we will be writing later. And then to open account, I have this open account form. So there I will be creating a username. So there will be a, you can say a label username, and then a text box. So in HTML, the type generally is text for uh, input text boxes. and then you need to give a name. So I have given it a username. Then the next field is password field. So the label is password, and the text box, the input type is password because we want to put asterisk to show. We will not be showing the characters when user enters the password field. So when in HTML, if you have this type password, then it will not show the characters when you enter those characters in this field. And then I have named it as password. And the next one was retype password. So repassword. So the label name is repassword, and my text area. It is password type because I don't want to show the characters in this field, and I have named it repassword. Then I have taken a hidden field to keep amount of $500 for users when they create a new account, because this is a dummy application. It is not linked with a real bank account. So we need to put some money in each account, and there is no way we can put this account anywhere. So the best way is when we create the account, we will put $500 in each account. So I am doing it using a hidden field. You see here the name, the type is hidden. It will not be shown, but the data in this field will be passed to the application. And I have named it as an amount, and value I have put as 500. Then the next field was address, and this will be a text type, and I have named it as address. Then I have this phone field, and there is a text input area where the person will be entering the phone number. And this field will only accept numerical value and not alphabetical values. So that we will take care of in our client side script when we write the scripts. So currently it is just a text type, and in the code we will make sure that the user is entering only numerical values here. Then one field was category, because we want uh, to put each user in a category. Like there are two categories. One is user category, another one is uh, the administrator category. So that the people in the bank can do some maintenance from their side. So they will have a different kind of category, and they will be able to log in the system and do some maintenance. But for users, the category is U, and we have put a U fixed here, and this field is read only because we do not want users to change this field. So it is read only. Then the next one is actually this one we don't need. Initially I made, but we don't need anyway. So let us. The next ones are the submit and clear buttons. So uh, there is a button called submit, and its value is submit. So it is shown on the button submit. Then the clear button. So here the value is clear. The type is reset, and the value is clear. So this was all required on this create.jsp, and where the user will be able to create account. And let us see some other pages. So one requirement was balance, account balance. So I have two pages. One is balance.jsp and other one is balance1.jsp. So why there are two pages? Because one is the request page and the next one is a response page. So we have this form where the user will be able to check the balance of their accounts. So the fields required on this one, if you go back and see balance, user balance. So the field required was account number, username, password, and then we have two buttons at the bottom. And there was also a top level navigation buttons. So again, I will show you buttons later, but first let us see this form. So account number, and this will be a text type, and I have named it account number, account NO, and then you need to give a username. So this is also a text type, and I have named it username, and then the password field. So this will be a password type because we don't want to show the characters entered by the user, and I have named it as password. And at the bottom we have two buttons, submit and clear. So the submit button, value is submit, and then clear button, the value is clear. And on this form, on the top I have these top navigation buttons. So buttons for new account, then the button for balance. So I have linked the required web pages on these links. So so I have these top level navigation buttons. Okay, so I have linked all those pages here, and this is all for request page. And then we have the response page. So the response page is balance.jsp. So on the response, actually there are no text fields because we will be giving the user the response in form of some text, not text boxes. So here only you see is the menus, the top level navigation menus, and at the bottom there are no buttons. Okay, because we will be just writing a print command, and the text will be printed about the response. Okay, so now let us see the next function. The other one was uh, checkbook request, like service request. So uh, the request form is request page is checkbook.jsp, and at the top again we have the top level navigation menus, and then at the bottom we have this checkbook request form. Okay, so here what we needed was we needed username. So we have this text box, type text, and I have named it as username. Then password field, and it is a password type because we will not show the characters in this field, whatever entry was done by the user, and I have named it as password. Then we need to have the account number. So this is the text type, and I have named it as ACNO, account number, and then request type. So this is a drop down. Okay, so this is this is drop down type, and you can see here uh, uh, there will be in HTML you can write it like this. You will have the values uh, in the option values. So currently I have one option, checkbook request. If I had more needed like other requests, then I could have put more option values here, and so this will be a drop down menu. And at the bottom is the submit and clear buttons like we saw in the earlier pages, so they are the same. So this is a uh, checkbook page request, and then there will be a response page. So on the response page there will be top level navigation menus, and at the bottom there are no text fields. We will be giving the response in form of text, which will be written using using script. Okay, and then we had uh, close account close account functionality. Okay, so we have two pages. One is request for closing account, and one is uh, response for closing account. So here I have what we required was account number field. So this is the field for a account number, and this is of text type, and I have named it as account number. Then we have user name field. So this is again a text type, and I have named it as username. Then we have password field. So this will be a password type, so that the text will be hidden. We don't want to show the characters entered by the user, and I have named it as password. And at the bottom we have submit and clear buttons like the earlier pages, and on the top again we have this top level navigation menus. Okay, and then we have this response page. So on the response page we will have these top level navigation menus, and at the bottom we are not showing any text boxes because we will be giving the response by writing some script, and it will be in a text area, in a text only without any boxes. And then so this was about close account functionality. Then we have bill payment functionality. So again we have two pages. One is request page for bill payment, and another is response page. So on the top again we have this top level navigation menu, and on the bill payment form what we needed was the account number of the user. So it will be a text type, and I have named it as account. Then username field, so it will be a text type, and I have named it as username. And then password field, so this will be a password type, and characters entered will be hidden because we don't want to show the password entries to anybody. And then we have this drop down menu, drop down box to select a biller. So we have here this drop down. So name of this drop down button is drop down list is biller, and then we have this select at the top. and there will be top down values. So uh, I have also actually written some code directly to access the name of the billers, because those values will be coming dynamically in the list. Like if you have five billers and system finds five, so there will be five drop down values. If they are only five, then there will be values. So this is dynamic. So I will explain this code later when we implement the coding. Currently, just imagine it will be coming in the drop down list, and I will explain this code later. And then amount, how much amount you need to pay. So this will be a text type, and I have named it as amount. And at the bottom, I have to submit and clear buttons for submitting the form or clearing the form. So this was about bill payment request form, and then we have a response page for bill payment, like if the bill payment was successful or any error occurred, something like that. So on this page, I have this top level navigation menus, and at the bottom, there is no text boxes. The response will be coming. We will be writing some script which will show the response. Okay, and then balance, the total balance. So this one is this page will show balance of a user uh, when the user uh, wants to get information about the balance in his account. The and if some error happens, then we have error page. At any point of time, if any error happens in the system, so this page will show. So on this page, we have this top level navigation menu, and on the bottom there is nothing there. The response, if there is any error occurred, so what kind of response we want to give to the user will be coming through script, which I will show you later. So it will be coming, means if any error happens on any page, we will be directing the user to this error page, and the exact error we will trap and we will show on this page. So this was all about user interfaces, and we will move to see the database implementation and the business logic implementation in our next sessions. So we will be doing in the user interface the business logic in 2 3 sessions, because they will be longer to explain, and it will be very interesting. So keep tuned and be ready for the next sessions. So thanks for your time, and bye for now.